You may notice I'm moving a little gingerly today. Decided to engage in the pernicious activity of tying my shoes the other day and bent over and threw my back out and tweaked it again yesterday. So it's been a fun day. You know, I knew leadership ages you. I didn't expect it to be this quickly, but yeah, anything to offer up for you. That's what Dad does, right? I haven't always felt this old. I was a young kid not that long ago, and our gospel today makes me think about those nights in which I have three younger sisters, and when Mom and Dad go out for the evening, it was a little bit like, oh, let's rock and roll, let's go. And there's a few things that would definitely be a part of an evening like that. We would be definitely having some Jack's Pizza. That was a go-to. We'd be making some brownies, and then we'd go into the living room and we would make pillow forts and Beanie Babies. Some people used them as like collectibles back in the 90s. We saw them as weapons, and we would have Beanie Baby fights. So that was a big deal, just set up the whole room and just wishing Beanie Babies around. But there was one rule, and that was when Mom and Dad got home, the kitchen was clean, and so was everything else. And sometimes we'd get a phone call. Like, hey, everybody doing all right? Oh, yeah, so good. All right, we're going to be home in about 20 minutes. All right. And then it was like, all right, we got to rock and roll, and we got to clean everything, and we had time. Other times we didn't get a call. And they'd show up, and it was, there goes a little bunny Beanie Baby swishing past their head. And those were long nights. Those nights didn't go so well, right? And when you're a kid, you behave like a kid. Spiritually, we don't want to do that, right? We've got these people at the wedding banquet talking about when the master's going to return. None of us know when our ticket is being punched, when our time is over. And a lot of times we can sit there and say, I got time. I got later on. We don't know that. We don't know that. I think there's a reason this time of year, the sort of quote-unquote dog days of summer, last week, this week, we're focusing on these things towards the end as a little reminder of like, hey, tomorrow's not promised. Tomorrow's not promised, and if your name is called, if your number is chosen, could be tonight. None of us know. Are you ready to meet the Lord? Have you done what you need to do in order to be free for that sort of encounter? That's what we were created for, that covenant with Abraham talking about, in the first readings. We don't want to miss out on that. Whatever it is, whatever just sort of fear or procrastination or just spiritual immaturity, we need to be honest with ourselves, looking in the mirror, and ask those questions. Don't want to be putting those things off. We want the moment when the Father calls us home to be that moment of joy. We don't want anxiety. We don't want fear. And it's the Lord saying, hey, I just love you. I just love you. He can never turn his back on us. All right? It's like the sun shining through a window. Sometimes we get that lie from the evil one, like, oh, I've sinned. The Lord no longer loves me. That makes about as much sense as the sun deciding not to shine on a particular person. No, we're there inside, and we put up blockages of God's grace into our life. Guess what? When you remove that blockage, when you live in his freedom, when you're ready for him to come, it's a much better way to live life. It's a much better way to live life. So in these long days, in these hot days, when we don't want to do anything, let's just force ourselves, ask our guardian angels to give us that little oof, to look ourselves in the mirror and ask, are we ready to meet the Lord?